Welcome back to Guided by Grace. Today we enter one of the most vulnerable and revealing prayers in this entire series. When we ask God to show us what holds our mind hostage, we are stepping into a deep level of spiritual honesty. We're giving God access to the fears we downplay, the anxieties we normalize, and the patterns we've carried for years. This prayer isn't comfortable, it's not soft, but it is liberating and it is necessary. So take a breath, open your heart, and let's walk through this prayer together as we continue to be guided by grace for life. Dear God, reveal to me what holds my mind hostage. Show me what I fear the most. Bring to the light all the areas that I trust you the least, and help me to confidently face what scares me. God, when I ask you to reveal what holds my mind hostage, I am humbly admitting that I don't always understand my own thoughts. I am acknowledging that my mind can trap me in cycles I struggle to break. I am confessing that sometimes I don't even know why I react the way I do. I understand that some of the things that trouble me run deeper than I realize. I know that certain thoughts cling to me even when I try to push them away. I know that worries can attach themselves to my heart without my permission. I know that memories can shape my confidence in ways I don't notice. I know that unhealed wounds can influence the way I interpret situations. I know that fear can disguise itself as logic. I know that pain can present itself as caution. I know that doubt can sound like reason. I know that my mind is powerful, but without you, it can become my own prison. And that is why I invite you into the deepest corners of my thoughts. Show me, Lord, the silent fears that have quietly guided my decisions. Show me the anxieties that whisper to me in moments when I appear strong. Show me the insecurities that I've learned to carry so well that I barely notice them anymore. Show me the doubts I've allowed to become normal even though they steal my peace. Show me the expectations I have built around fear instead of faith. Show me the assumptions I make because of past pain. Show me the thoughts that keep me awake at night but never leave my lips. Show me the internal battles I pretend I don't fight. Show me the beliefs about myself that don't align with your truth. Show me the lies that have shaped the way I see my future. Show me the patterns that limit my faith. Show me the thoughts that hold me back from joy, and show me anything else that has taken up space in my mind without your permission. Lord, sometimes I fear things that I don't even want to admit. Sometimes I fear losing people more than I trust your ability to restore me. Sometimes I fear failure so much that I sabotage opportunities. Sometimes I fear success because of pressure I place on myself. Sometimes I fear rejection even when I know you love me unconditionally. Sometimes I fear change because I find comfort in the familiar, even when the familiar hurts me. Sometimes I fear repeating past mistakes so intensely that I overthink every step I take. Sometimes I fear that I am not enough. Sometimes I fear that I am too much. Sometimes I fear disappointing others while neglecting myself. Sometimes I fear opening up because vulnerability once cost me something. Sometimes I fear healing because healing requires letting go. And sometimes I fear the very things you are calling me toward. Bring to light, Lord, the areas where I trust you the least. Reveal the places where I pretend to be surrendered but secretly hold on to control. Expose the moments when I say I trust you, but panic when things don't go my way. Show me the situations where I rely on my strength instead of resting in yours. Reveal the relationships where I fear losing people more than I fear drifting from you. Expose the decisions where I choose comfort over obedience. Show me where I cling to old habits because I don't fully trust your process. Expose the plans I make without inviting you in. Reveal the dreams I hold too tightly because I fear disappointment. Show me the desires I hide from you because I'm afraid of your answer. Expose the moments when I act like I know better. Reveal the seasons where I resisted your timing, and show me the places in my heart where trust still needs to grow. God, sometimes my trust in you is shaped by how deeply I've been hurt. Sometimes I expect the worst because the past trained me to protect myself. Sometimes I hesitate to believe good things will happen because disappointment created a pattern. Sometimes I try to predict everything so that nothing can catch me off guard. Sometimes I lean on my own understanding because it feels safer than surrender. Sometimes I hold on to control because letting go feels risky. Sometimes I doubt your intentions because past experiences blurred my view of you. Sometimes I act strong because I fear appearing weak. Sometimes I pretend things don't bother me because acknowledging the truth feels overwhelming. Sometimes I disconnect from my emotions so I don't have to face them. Sometimes I settle for peace that is actually avoidance. Sometimes I accept limitations that you never gave me. And sometimes I forget that you are still fighting for me even when I am tired. Lord, I ask you to help me confidently face what scares me, even when my first instinct is to run. Help me see that courage is not the absence of fear, but the choice to move with you anyway. Help me remember that you go before me in every battle. Help me understand that fear loses its power the moment I confront it with your truth. Help me recognize how much strength you've already placed inside me. Help me realize that the things I avoid usually shrink once exposed to your light. Help me trust that you have prepared me for every challenge ahead. Help me learn to breathe through the moments that overwhelm me. Help me break the habit of overthinking everything that worries me. Help me lean on your promises instead of leaning on fear. Help me take steps even when I don't have answers. Help me trust your timing even when my emotions feel chaotic. And help me walk boldly knowing you hold all things together. God, I surrender not just the big fears, but the small, quiet anxieties that eat away at my peace. I surrender the thoughts that tell me I'm not capable. I surrender the worries that make me imagine worst-case scenarios. I surrender the assumptions that I make when I'm insecure. I surrender the inner critic that speaks louder than your truth. I surrender the expectations I place on myself that you never required. I surrender the habits I developed out of survival. I surrender the memories that taught me to carry fear. I surrender the moments that made me doubt myself. I surrender the narratives I repeated until they felt true. I surrender the pressure to always appear strong. I surrender the desire to control everything, and I surrender every fear that keeps me from walking freely with you. Reveal to me, Lord, the people, voices, and influences that feed my fear. Show me if I am giving too much weight to opinions that don't reflect your heart. Show me if I am absorbing negativity that affects how I think. Show me if I surround myself with people who don't speak life into me. Show me if certain relationships increase my anxiety instead of grounding me. Show me if I am influenced by environments that weaken my faith. Show me if I consume content that shapes me in the wrong direction. Show me if any company I keep is quietly damaging my peace. Show me if I am listening to voices that encourage doubt. Show me if I am allowing pressure from others to guide My decisions show me if I am comparing myself in ways that steal my joy. Show me if I am accepting standards that you never set for me, and show me anything or anyone that strengthens my fears instead of my faith. God, I know that some fears hide behind logic. Sometimes I tell myself a fear is just being smart or cautious. Sometimes I disguise anxiety as preparation. Sometimes I hide insecurity under the label of being realistic. Sometimes I justify doubt by calling it wisdom. Sometimes I explain fear in a way that sounds responsible. Sometimes I treat worry like it is necessary for survival. Sometimes I cling to habits because they feel practical. Sometimes I convince myself that fear is protection. Sometimes I mistake worry for planning. Sometimes I overthink because I believe it prevents pain. Sometimes I call avoidance a boundary. Sometimes I let negative thoughts grow because I don't challenge them. And today I ask you to expose every fear that I've dressed up as reason. Help me, Lord, to separate what my trauma taught me from what your Spirit is teaching me. Help me identify the things I learned from pain so I can unlearn them. Help me see which patterns came from survival instead of faith. Help me let go of responses that no longer serve me. Help me release emotional habits that feel automatic. Help me recognize when my reactions are shaped by old wounds. Help me discern when my thoughts come from fear, not truth. Help me understand the difference between discernment and self-protection. Help me see when I am projecting the past onto the present. Help me realize when I am expecting disappointment instead of blessing. Help me acknowledge how deeply hurt shaped my thinking. Help me decide to heal instead of repeating old patterns, and help me trust that you can rewrite every mindset that pain created. Lord, bring clarity to every confusion in my mind. Bring peace to every storm of overthinking. Bring order to every scattered thought. Bring rest to every heavy worry. Bring silence to every loud fear. Bring strength to every moment of weakness. Bring truth to every lie whispered in my heart. Bring direction to every place where I feel lost. Bring confidence to every area where I hesitate. Bring healing to every memory that still wounds me. Bring courage to every decision that frightens me. Bring perspective to every situation I misinterpret, and bring your presence to every corner of my mind. God, help me trust you more deeply than I trust my own understanding. Help me see that you know me better than I know myself. Help me believe that you see the battles I don't recognize. Help me rest in the truth that you work even when I don't feel it. Help me embrace surrender instead of resisting it. Help me choose faith even when fear feels easier. Help me remain anchored in your promises when doubt rises. Help me stay grounded when my thoughts race. Help me remember that you are my stability. Help me run to you instead of running to fear. Help me depend on your strength when I feel weak. Help me lean into your love when I feel uncertain, and help me trust your plan even in places that frighten me. Lord, empower me to walk with boldness even when fear tries to intimidate me. Empower me to speak truth over myself when negative thoughts surface. Empower me to break mental strongholds that have held me captive for too long. Empower me to challenge lies that don't reflect your heart. Empower me to stand firm when insecurity tries to shake me. Empower me to let go of fear-based thinking. Empower me to take faith-filled steps into the future. Empower me to walk with confidence in who you created me to be. Empower me to trust that I am held by you. Empower me to believe that victory is possible for me too. Empower me to silence every thought that contradicts your word. Empower me to guard my mind with intention, and empower me to walk in freedom knowing you are with me. God, I ask you to replace every fearful thought with your peace. Replace anxiety with reassurance. Replace insecurity with identity. Replace doubt with truth. Replace confusion with clarity. Replace heaviness with hope. Replace panic with calm. Replace avoidance with courage. Replace overthinking with surrender. Replace fear-based decisions with faith-based decisions. Replace hesitation with action. Replace limitation with confidence. And replace every lie with the truth of who you say I am. Thank you, Lord, for hearing this dangerous prayer. Thank you for loving me enough to reveal what I hide. Thank you for shining light on the places I overlooked. Thank you for bringing clarity to thoughts that once controlled me. Thank you for walking with me through everything that scares me. Thank you for reminding me that fear does not have the final say. Thank you for strengthening me as you expose my weaknesses. Thank you for healing what I didn't have words for. Thank you for confronting what I was afraid to face. Thank you for guiding me through this journey of honesty. Thank you for breaking the chains in my mind. Thank you for renewing the way I think. And thank you for the freedom that is already unfolding in me. Before you go, take a moment and tell me in the comments, what fear do you believe God is highlighting in your life right now? Your comment might help someone else feel less alone. If this prayer spoke to you like this video so more people can find it, share it with someone who might be fighting a silent battle in their mind, and make sure you come back for the next prayer in this series. We are growing, healing, and being guided by grace for life.